So we have planned 20% for the public. We have sold, I don't know how many it was, I think almost 10%. I don't know. We have also sold parts in the private sale. So you could take basically the private sale and the public sale as basically what's sold to the public, right? Just in different means, either through a private sale or through a public sale. We still have some left of that, and we will likely sell them in the future. And maybe there's a second reversible ICO. Maybe there's some other reallocation we are doing. But right now, I mean, it's likely that not that we will burn this. So the thing is, this 100 million Lux that will exist, a lot of them, and the biggest portion is really something that will be released over a very long period of time. And the reason why that portion exists is because we want to be able to not just like here make everybody happy in the early days, and then you have this super cool network that's supposed to be becoming very big, but it's just like 5,000 investors. You want to distribute the ownership as much as possible, and you want to make it attractive for also latecomers. And I'm not talking only users, they will anyway use it, but also for companies to become part of the network and don't feel they missed out on just because they were not nerdy enough at the time, like crypto savvy enough to be looking at this early project. They also want to come, and they don't want to buy the tokens to trade or like do big investments. They will buy them because they want to pay for their users' transaction fees. Mm-hmm. They want to have users using their technology, which uses the Lukso network, means the more stash they can pay, the cheaper they can get these transaction fees or this Lux, the longer they can pay transaction fees for their users. So, but also when they are sold in the future, it will be all at the price what the market is. Maybe it's a slight discount, but it's not that they get it like for 20 cents again. So for a market, there's not really a danger because nobody gets a bunch of free tokens and can just dump them crazy. So this will be over time distributed, and this will be many years to come. The problem is, and what I have seen with Ethereum and other projects, is that they literally have distributed everything in the beginning, and then there was very little room for like supporting the ecosystem, giving grants and these kind of things, because either they gave their teams too much, which was already unrealistic, didn't happen for Ethereum, but happened for a lot of projects, or they then have nothing anymore to give. So they cannot really support the growth of the ecosystem over many years to come, and that's necessary. So, for example, if we would see, okay, in 2 years' time, the ecosystem is a complete self-runner and everything works well, sure, we can decide to burn 40% of the tokens because they're not needed anymore. The thing is working well enough and the ecosystem is supported and growing, and then decisions like this could be made. Right now, it's meant for that future, which we still have to see how it will be. And then we are at least our hands are not tied, and we are completely having thought ahead a little bit more than most of the other projects. So I think that's why the distribution is like this and has been to be. So for example, the other thing is with the ecosystem, there's a lot of things in the blockchain that need to be built that are not profitable. There's a lot of things like tools, protocols, things that need to be built, that need to exist, but there are no business model, and there shouldn't be a business model. And they also need to be supported through grants, for example. I mean, there's a lot of protocols that we see on Ethereum that are great, but their token is completely bullshit because the token is irrelevant. It doesn't need to be there. But they come up with a token because they want to, get money to build the thing. But by having this token in the system, they literally already making it impossible to ever be adopted properly, like for real. That's why Uniswap killed Bancor, right? Because Uniswap was just the same thing without the token, because the Bancor token was never, or like whatever, 0x, whatever other token, decentralized exchanges, they were never needed in the first place. And it's the same here. That's why you need money to fund projects like this. So they don't have to go and like come up with token models that are stupid in the first place. So there's a lot of things that are common goods in these systems that need to exist, like universal profiles, for example. That's no business model behind that. It cannot have a business model. It's a common good that people can use and do whatever they want with. So it needs this kind of like, liquidity and support, and also this kind of long-term planning.